we want to change a habit, we take the extreme measure, and over time, we come down to where it's going to level off. The one practical thing is a good calendar and using it and sticking really to it. Instead, you want to create an organization where you're the head and the only interactions that you have is to the manager. With growth, you plan for where you want to be, not based on where you are.
Welcome to my legal academy, helping lawyers work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life.
Well, I don't know. I'm getting busy every day. I have so much work I have to do. So I'm wondering, how do I free myself? Because of course I have staff. I have about 25 staff that are working physically, and I have like 10 that are working remotely. And as the founder and the CEO, I'm still finding that I don't have time. I don't have time to do the things that I want to do. I don't have time to implement the class that we have been learning. And the moment I also now implement something like, for example, I've implemented Google Ads, I'm getting so many leads and I'm not able even to tackle all of them. Our conversion rate is very low right now because we're getting so many leads. Out of maybe every 100, we are converting maybe like 5% because not many people were able to convert in the office. I don't know. Then I'm finding myself too busy. I don't even have time to rest. So I'm wondering, which strategy do I use so that I can free myself?
This is relevant for everybody. So let's definitely do this. Very practical, tangible things that will help you become more structured to make you more productive with your time. The one practical thing is a good calendar and using it and sticking really to it. So Princess, I'm going to do it back and forth with you. So what calendar do you use?
I use Google Calendar. I also use Todoist. Then I'm also using G-Alarm because I find I'm having so many things to do. So I downloaded an alarm so that it can remind me some of the things because my calendar is so swamped.
How much do you stick to your calendar? When you know, like just say you have blocked off between 9:30 and 10, it's this. Do you stick to it, or while you're doing it, you're being distracted by other things?
Most of the time I don't. I get distracted to something else.
What is distracting you?
I have so many emails coming through. I have so many inquiries. I have so many calls from the clients. Like I have so many distractions by third parties. They want my attention.
Okay. So first place to start right now, on a piece of paper. And I want anybody, again, who's dealing with this problem. This is, again, trying to get you closer to this. Number one is the list of all distractions that you have. Princess mentioned emails, phone calls from clients, phone calls from prospects, social media, potentially. Those are like kind of big ones. If you need more ideas, you have your paper on your desk and as new things are coming to you, write it down. It's an ongoing kind of list. Second is we got to seclude you from all those distractions. That means for each of those, how can we prevent you from being distracted from that? Well, emails is closing your email inbox. If we want to change a habit, we take the extreme measure and over time we come down to where it's going to level off. This is actually a King Solomon kind of quote that basically if you want to change, I don't know if he called it habit. No, he wasn't a habit. I think he changed it. His was, if you want to change a trait, so somebody is, let's just say stingy. You don't say, oh, in order for you to work on your stinginess, give a little. No, you say, take the extreme, try to give something outrageous that you would never give. You take the opposite approach, and then over time, you come towards the middle. So that means emails, closing email inbox, hard, red, reset, like no emails. That's the first kind of big radical change you have to make. Second is your phone call. Your phone, you have to have a middle person. Your clients should not have access to your phone number going forward. So that'll be a change. And the ones that do are not going to get picked up at this point. You're going to go to your voicemail. No worries. You're going to have a staff that will go through your voicemails and get to those people. Staff, your door has to be closed. You create a new rule for your staff. Hey, I'm kind of focusing in working on a new system and a new structure. I want you to respect my working time, which is usually for me until 2 p.m. I don't want to be distracted. After 2 p.m., you could come essentially, or even after 3 p.m., you could come and ask questions. So each of these, you create rules. Kind of like I gave you one. Again, take the extreme one and you realize these extreme measures, actually, it's not going to be the end of the world. Don't pick up on your client calls. Nothing's going to happen. Over time, we'll figure out ways, other people that we could delegate this out to. We could have a client success manager to come and listen to these calls and take care of them, etc. But for now, just basically secluding yourself, that you don't exist. You're just like the thing that's doing its thing.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're a lawyer and you're looking to work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life, right below this video, you'll find a link to book a call to speak to my team so we can tell you how we've been able to help over 500 law firm owners scale their law firm. Now back to the video.
The other crucial part of this is your team. If you're in the middle and you have your entire staff that everybody has access to you, you have about 20 of these people that have contact to you. Instead, you want to create an organization where you're the head, and the only interactions that you have is to the manager. You have a client manager, you have your lead manager, you have your marketing manager, kind of like those overarching organizations. It's like departments. What are your departments? Who are the managers for those departments? And from now on, your only interaction can only be with the managers and directors. No one else. If any of the day-to-days have issues or problems, they have to direct to the managers and directors. So that basically requires you to create an organizational chart. For now, you could just sketch it on paper. I'm here. These are the heads. These are the people that go under them. There's a lot of free tools. If you just Google create organizational charts, you could create that. You could also create it in Google Sheet. If you go on YouTube, create organizational chart with Google Sheet. You have to kind of visually lay it out. Once you lay it out, once you have it, then you have a big team meeting. Hey guys, new change, new structure. From now on, we have this new structure, and our lead team is going to whoever. If you have any issues with things, it goes to them. Clients, if you have any issues, it goes to this person. You create that structure and you create those rules. It's like my motherlord Google Sheet called organizations. There's just everything is here. But meetings, ideally no meetings at all. But it's going to take some time to get there. At best, as least amount of meetings as possible, and no meetings until after 1:30 p.m. I created this rule. Who's going to tell me when I could have meetings or not? I created it. Who's going to tell me not? That's one. Meetings with team, only on Mondays. My Mondays is literally filled with just an entire team like this. Literally, this is my Monday. Team, workout, a couple of random calls in the evening. All the meeting stuff, team stuff, all on Monday. Meeting with prospects and clients. Sorry, no one-to-one meetings with prospects and clients. I'm working on this big mission. In order for that to happen, I would love to. I love the interactions, by the way. I would love every time you guys join. My heart is like, especially when I read your intakes, your welcome intakes. I'm like, I could see things at this point. I see patterns based on the answers you guys give me. I already know what's going on. Like, I would love to be able to like just call you, but unfortunately, because I have a big mission and things to accomplish, that's something that I have to sacrifice. So no one-to-one meetings with prospects and clients. Prospects I cut off 4 or 5 years ago, and clients, I've been able to cut out, pretty much been able to cut out in the last couple of years. Appearances, YouTube podcasts, only Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and ideally later in the day. I don't want to start off my day on this particular podcast in the morning. Meeting with my mentor, CC this person to schedule the meetings with him. Emails, identify important, urgent needs, replies, label it to my attention. And then if it's really, really super important, start. So I could quickly see those ones. Payments, identify which are due monthly, what certain payments can be handled to our payment manager, etc. In my Google Calendar, everything is kind of structured. There's only 3 types of meetings for me: internal meetings, regular meetings, or outside the office meetings. I could generally kind of see a big picture of what's going on in my week. Bam. I know what's going on. With the rules, nobody's distracting me throughout my time. When I have that time, that's all I'm doing. Nobody has any way to get to me. My email box is closed, my texts are closed, my notifications are off. So kind of create the structure and rules for what you want. Kind of like this. If you want to create your own rules, create rules for yourself.
Wow, this is awesome.
How about a much smaller team? We are a total of 5 people on the team. it's a perfect time when you have 5 to create that dream team kind of vision. So kind of imagine like, it's very, very, very important realization. With growth, you plan for where you want to be, not based on where you are. So create a team, like you have like 15 people. So define, I'm going to have these departments, these roles. When you create a visual that can see it, then you go fill it up and you go do it. So all good, create something for 15 people. Hopefully that was helpful. Other thing, Princess, I highly recommend anybody who's into productivity. There's an amazing, my favorite productivity book, and probably one of my favorite books, is a book called The One Thing. I love this book. A really good book. It takes all the productivity ideas and things and it summarizes it and also simplifies it. If you read this one book and you implement even like 10% of this, you'll see your productivity increase dramatically.